What's going on, everybody? Steve here, Rake and Profit over at rakeandprofit.com, coming back to you with another video on Thanksgiving. So I want to wish everybody a terrific Thanksgiving. Hopefully you are showing thanks and giving appreciation to this beautiful, amazing world that we live in. And, you know, I highly recommend taking a moment to just feel grateful and be thankful for what we have and what we're able to enjoy each and every day. Title of this video is eBay sellers are so lucky. And this is going to touch upon being grateful, right? Because a lot of eBay sellers, Amazon sellers, Etsy sellers, Poshmark sellers, resellers in general, a lot of times we take for granted how lucky we are to be resellers, right? I talked about this in a previous video. And a lot of times we don't realize this, that there's hundreds of millions of people living in America right now who are working jobs that they hate. They're not fulfilled. They clock in every day. They're fighting traffic. They're upset. They're angry. They don't make enough money. They don't feel like they're recognized or appreciated. And they would absolutely die to be in the position that we are, to be able to sell on eBay. We are so lucky. We should be so grateful to have the opportunity to have a place like eBay, to have a place like Amazon that has millions and billions of customers, millions of visitors every single day, people who want to buy items. And all we have to do is go out and source these products from thrift stores. Go to your local Goodwill, go diving through the DVDs and the CDs. Go to your Savers, start looking for some books. Go fly through your Salvation Army on a half-off day for some clothing. We are so lucky. eBay sellers are so lucky to be able to take advantage of all the opportunities right now, especially if you live in America. I'm not sure if you live outside of America. I've never gone really sourcing outside of America before, maybe in the future. But here in America, there's opportunities everywhere. Might be a thrift store like Goodwill or Savers or Salvation Army or Value Village, or maybe it's a local auction house, right? Maybe you go to a local auction. I just went to an auction on Monday, right? A couple days ago, paid $5 for this big thing of CDs. Probably gonna make $200-300 profit on that. Absolutely amazing. Maybe it's going to some garage sales on a Saturday morning or some estate sales on a Friday morning. So many opportunities. Maybe you go on a Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist and you start looking around and sourcing items. There's so many deals out there. It absolutely blows my mind. eBay sellers are so lucky. Resellers are so lucky. Show gratitude for being a reseller. Be proud. Get excited about it. Take that newfound energy and bring it into 2020. We are so lucky. There are hundreds of millions of people right now who, if they knew about this opportunity, it would change their life. It would absolutely change their life. And it brings me back to when I was 17 years old, 16, 17 years old. And I remember I was living at home with my parents, and I had gotten my first job at a gas station. It was called Fast Freddy's. $8 an hour. I would have to wake up at 7 in the morning to go in and work for 9-10 hours. Miserable. I hated it. Didn't make much money. There was no fulfillment. I would sit behind a cash register all day long, giving people lotto tickets and cigarettes and helping them to get gas, right? There was this one time I remember one of the girls came up to me and she's like, there's a huge mess in the bathroom. You gotta clean it up. And she was so angry, right? One of the bosses. And I walked in there and someone had jumped up on one of those tables where you change the babies and did something on top of it. Let's just say that. And I had to clean it up. And I'm thinking to myself, this is my life. I was only 16 or 17 years old, but I'm like, this is my life. After that, I ended up working at Dunkin' Donuts, serving coffees, Toys R Us, Namco, Cracker Barrel, delivering pizzas, locked in a room like a guinea pig, right? Like locked in a cage. I felt trapped. Millions of people out there who would die, would cut off an arm and a leg to be able to have the freedom that we have to go out to thrift stores and garage sales and auctions and Facebook Marketplace, to be able to wake up in the morning and not have to fight traffic, to be able to wake up in the morning and make a nice cup of coffee. You could even stay in your pajamas, open up your laptop, get your mannequin ready, start taking some pictures of clothing, listing on eBay or scanning books into Exceller list, sending out FBA shipments to Amazon. eBay sellers, Amazon sellers, we are so lucky. Now, lucky might not be the best word because we're not lucky. You want to know why we're not lucky? Because we put ourselves out on a limb. Nobody created our eBay business. Nobody forced us to start an Amazon business and build our freedom. We made the decision. We watched a YouTube video. We consumed a piece of content on Facebook, or we joined a group, or maybe we watched a TV show that introduced us to this concept. But we took action. We took that first step. We walked into our first thrift store. We walked up to our first garage sale. We put our money on the line and we purchased an item and we started listing it. And things might have been rough at first. Maybe we had some returns. Things weren't selling. We were in the negative for a while, but we kept fighting through it. And we got to the other side. And that's what makes us so lucky right now, because we've got a life that we've designed. We've got a life that we've created. We've got a life that we control. There's no ceiling on our income. As an eBay seller, as an Amazon seller, as a YouTuber, as an entrepreneur, whatever it is you're doing, you control your destiny. There's no cap, like at a job or delivering pizzas or living in that corporate world. There's usually a salary cap. There's typically a ceiling that you're going to hit, unless you're working commissions and you've got a large customer base. But for the most part, there's hundreds of millions of people right now who are absolutely unfulfilled. They hate their job. They clock in, they clock out. There's a salary cap. They come home. Tony Robbins talks about this, right? They live their life in a box. They get in their box and they drive to work. They get to work and they sit in their box, which is their cubicle, right? The whole life is just in a box. They come back home to their box. And then at the end of the night, to relax, they turn on their box to watch TV. And then if they're lucky, they'll grab a cylinder to change their state. So that's something that, a lot of Americans, we live in that world. We're living in a box. We're trapped in a box. We're clocking in. We're clocking out. Everything's capped. Everything's structured. We are so lucky to be eBay sellers. We are so lucky. Show gratitude. Show gratitude. Feel the emotions. Remember, take a step back and remember what it was like when you were not a reseller. Remember what it was like having to wake up or that night before thinking, oh, I got to go into the Cracker Barrel the next day. It's a Sunday and it's going to be so busy. Envision what it was like to sit in your car in your little Cracker Barrel apron or whatever it is you were doing and feel those emotions of how trapped you were. Knowing that you weren't really making a difference. Knowing that you knew deep down inside that you had so much more potential. And then going into that place and being stuck for 10 hours and feeling exhausted. And you got to get that, you got to feel that pain, because that's going to drive you to become even better. Hope you are all having an amazing Thanksgiving. Would love to know, what plans do you all have for Thanksgiving? Leave a comment down below. I see a lot of people in the comments that I'm going to shout out. We got CDL Picker in the house. What's going on? Flipping Crazy, Unusual Vintage, Philly Picker. What's going on? Crown Vapor, Nathan, Eric, happy Thanksgiving. Flipping Crazy says, I started out in retail. Retail's tough, dealing with that customer service, face-to-face with customers, having to clean up those messes. It's no fun. Stuff from Sally says, home with the family, with a heart. Much love, appreciate you stopping by. I'm looking forward to getting into a little turkey coma today. I've been on the ketogenic diet for about 6 weeks now, so I'm not going to be having any stuffing or mashed potatoes. I'm going to stick to my plan just because it feels so good. At this point, I don't eat for pleasure. I really try not to. I'm just eating to feel good, and it transfers into other areas. So we've got some keto meals over at the Rakin household that I'll be enjoying. I know my mom made a bunch of keto chocolate treats, and we got turkey, and we got some green beans, and we got some salad, and we got a lot of goodies that are cooking up at the Rakin Profit household. Denny Cat says, thank you for all your good content. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. Darren Maxwell says, I'm listening on one screen and watching you on the other. Oh man, we got that dual action going down. Lenny Lockup says, hey, Rakin from Belfast. Great channel. Thanks, Lenny. Blee Dizzle says, thanks for the positive vibes. That's what it's all about. So take a moment to show some gratitude. After I get off this video, I'm gonna go through my morning ritual. I think I'm gonna get into some Wim Hof. You guys ever do Wim Hof breathing exercises? Hey, Soul Satisfaction coming through with a $2 super chat. Much love. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Yeah, but Wim Hof, it's a breathing exercise. Takes about 15 minutes. I go through 3 rounds. Then once I get done with that breathing exercise, I typically put on some type of inspirational or motivational music, something that really connects me, something that really makes me feel loved, gets me excited. And then I usually think about my goals, my gratitude. It's a great way to start the day. Justin says, Iceman. Yeah, Wim Hof is the Iceman. Happy Thanksgiving, Ride Spider. Flip your dollar. Happy Thanksgiving. Great to have you here. Doris has started back eBay a few months ago. That's awesome. Keep going. Those first few months are tough, but you'll get there. You'll make it happen. What the hails? Have a hails of a great Thanksgiving, everybody. What's going on? Good to have you here. Happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for stopping by. UK Philemon Bariba. You should come and do your sourcing in the UK. It's amazing how American eBay buyers are always willing to pay up to $200. Wow. I would love to stop by the UK sometime. Appreciate you stopping by. Thank you. Iceman is awesome. I do showers every day. Yeah, the cold showers are intense. You should try the ice baths. They are psycho. Yeah, Mitchell knows all about Wim Hof. What's up, Brittany? Good to have you here. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Flipping crazy. Share the love. Thumbs up to everybody. Yeah, if you guys are enjoying this video, smash that like button. And it looks like we had a couple super chats that I might have missed. So if you did leave a super chat, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving. When you're on a mobile device, the comments, it only shows 3 at a time. So they're like flying through. So you might see my finger on the screen. I'm swiping. Being Yassine asks, multiple accounts on eBay, how? I believe you can have multiple accounts. I have multiple accounts. You can either funnel them all into one PayPal, or you could have multiple PayPal accounts. So we have multiple accounts, and we have multiple PayPal accounts. So on Amazon, they frown upon it. On eBay, I don't think it's a big deal. Hey, Mary. Thanks for stopping by. Happy Thanksgiving. Rag Store Riches, happy Thanksgiving. It's all gratitude today. That's what it's about. If you go out to a coffee shop or you go out somewhere into the public, leave somebody a nice tip. Give something. You know, we should be doing this on a regular basis, especially if you frequent places on a regular basis. I always like to give and go above and beyond, because then you get, you know, you're welcomed into the family, and it makes it for such a better experience for everybody. But go above and beyond today for sure. What the Hill says, I did ice baths in Osins and Japan. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Glad they were hot baths as well. I love going from cold to hot. It's amazing. Crown Vapors asking me to go telling me to go get a tattoo. Maybe. Get a Rake and Profit tattoo. Allison says, keep it up. I started selling my shoes off my own feet. Now 4 years running solo and $3K a month. Nice job, Allison. That's what it's all about. You don't know where this journey is going to take you. It's beautiful. I love selling on eBay. eBay sellers are so lucky. Super grateful for reselling, for the internet, for YouTube, for my family, for all you guys, for the coaches that I've hired in 2020. I have invested in myself more than I've ever invested in myself for 2020. I went to a Tony Robbins event recently, Unlimited Power Within event. Left spending like 20 grand on a year of coaching, Date with Destiny, business mastery, life mastery, wealth mastery. So I am booked up like crazy for 2020. Just recently hired a fat loss coach, going to be getting a pretty sweet DEXA style scan to read my body fat and to measure my progress over the next 12 weeks. So, I mean, I'm going all in, guys, and I hope you do as well. So take it all in today. Be grateful. Live with passion. Really think about all the amazing things going on in your life, and then transfer that over to the future. Take that energy into the future. Stacy says, eBay helped me make enough money to get my other business going. That's awesome, Stacy. What else are you doing? Jonathan M says, thankful for everything eBay has provided me. Isn't it amazing? CDL Picker says, my first eBay sale was an iPod Shuffle. I won on a radio station contest. It was the first shuffle on the market, 40 bucks. Nice flip. Flipping Crazy says, I find when I give, a short time later, karma gives back. Every single time. Tony says, I prayed a lot when I first started. Now sing hallelujah. It was all worth it. That's what it's all about. Nice work, Tony. Marianne, happy Thanksgiving. Baron Von Deal says, question, do you sell specific categories on eBay of your eBay account? Do you sell specific categories? Oh, I see what you're saying. So what you're asking is, if I have clothing that I sell and then I have shoes, do I separate those into different accounts because of the categories? I have done that in the past. Right now, we're working on 2 accounts, mostly everything on 1 account right now, but we might split it up into more accounts because I've got a consignment model, plus we're thrifting, but we're pretty much have everything in 1 account right now. But you can, it's more work, it's more admin work, it's more accounting work. And I have everything on my phone with 1 account, so having to switch back and forth and multiple PayPal accounts can be a little annoying. So I'm trying to keep it with the acronym KISS, keep it simple, stupid. Robert says, when do you think it's a good time to move to a premium store from a basic store? I need to research this more right now, because right now I'm at the $21.95 a month store. So I think that's like the 2nd store up. There's benefits to having various stores based on how many you're listing. And I think you could save on fees and insertion fees and whatnot. To be honest with you, I haven't researched the store subscriptions recently, so I'll probably have to check out like a Rockstar Flipper video or dive into the eBay pricing plans, because I'm really not sure right now. But you're gonna wanna look at how many items you have listed, and then projections in terms of how many items you're going to be listing in the future and how much you're selling. It's all about just breaking it down. So usually there's you can find like an eBay calculator, and you can at least in the past, I used to use an eBay calculator for stores, and it will tell you which one's the best one. So I'm not super educated on the stores right now. I probably need to upgrade my store. Law of reciprocity. I can't pronounce that word. Reciprocity. Is that it? I'm so bad. Reciprocating. Law of reciprocating. It's a universal law. Absolutely. So when you give, you get. If you come from a place of love, if you give from a place of contribution, if you come from a place of wanting to help and add value, it always comes back. Hello from South Wales, UK. I've been selling on eBay 5 years and I still love it. Still love it. It's growth. It's a journey. Selling on eBay is a journey. Right now I'm at the stage where we are turning this into a business that doesn't rely on thrift stores and doesn't rely on me having to go out and find everything, and it doesn't rely on me having to list everything. So if you guys aren't following me on Instagram, follow me on Instagram at Rake and Profit. I put a post out about 3 days ago that breaks down all of my income and all of my expenses in this eBay store, so you can see all my overhead, what I pay for the warehouse, utilities, labor, selling fees, shipping fees, consignment fees, cost of goods at thrift stores. I broke it all down, and it's interesting. You should definitely check it out at Rake and Profit on Instagram. Jonathan says, I sell a lot of books in the $10 to $20 profit range. That's a good place to be. CDL Picker says, I used a $60 store with 1,000 free listings. The next step up requires a lot of listings to make it worthwhile. Yeah, we're growing slow right now. I'm only putting in about 5 hours a week into the eBay business right now because we run different businesses over here. Obviously, we put a lot of time into the YouTube channel, put a lot of time into the Amazon. I just recently acquired a couple real estate properties, and we got quite a few projects going on. So eBay is just a little side thing that we're building up right now. So if I was doing it full time, we'd probably be growing it a lot quicker. But the goal is by the end of the year to get up to $25,000 a month in sales, $5,000 profit in an eBay business. It's possible. We'll see if we'll be able to pull it off. Just got to keep taking action. What up, Crispy68 from Arizona? You know that guy slammed you in a recent video. I wouldn't support someone who slammed me, just saying. Who slammed me? Justin's asking, who did? Yeah, I'm not sure who slammed me, but that's part of being a YouTuber, right? And, you know, when you put out content, people are going to love you and people are going to hate you. And this is going to transfer to your life as well. I used to always feel like I had to have everyone like me and everybody respect me and everybody support me. And it's just not the way it's going to be. Some people are going to like you and some people are going to love you, right? Some people like me because I'm honest and I'm transparent. Some people hate me because I go crazy and I'm super passionate. I move my arms around a lot. They don't like it. Other people love me because I create content and I create products and I sell products and I go above and beyond, and these products help and make a difference. Other people hate me because they feel everything should be free. Some people love me because I shaved my head. Some people hate me. In life, that's the way it is. Some people are going to connect to certain personalities and some are going to hate you for it. Some are going to think that what you're doing is ethical and others are going to think what you're doing is unethical, because sometimes they just don't connect or relate or have the same values. So for me, I could still be friends with people who don't agree with me. I'm still friends with people who are YouTubers who maybe make a comment here or there, but I'll keep my distance, right? I'll keep my distance, and that's the way it should be. You want to hang out with the people who are in your tribe, who support you, who believe in you. And then there's some people who you keep them on the side in terms of a transactional business basis, and that's about it. You got to be careful who you let into your circle too close. So, I don't hold anything against any YouTubers if they don't agree, if they don't like me. I mean, if everybody liked you and everybody loved you and nobody hated you, I feel like you're doing something wrong. You're not polarizing enough. You're not pushing it hard enough. So, no hard feelings. I don't know who we're referring to right now, but it's the way it goes. Are you still buying pallets? Yes, so we just placed an order with a new supplier. I'm hoping to be able to make a video. So I'm supposed to have 5 pallets coming in on Monday. Now, 4 of the pallets are medium size Amazon pallets. So they have like 40 to 60 items on it, supposedly. And from my source, these products should be worth anywhere from 40 to 60 bucks each, maybe more. And then there was a high-end pallet that I purchased that was a bit more money that we might crush it on. I don't know. I can't say too much about it. I'll have to let you guys know. I'm hoping that I'm leaving Tuesday for a couple weeks. I'm going to a Tony Robbins event. So all the pallets are coming on Monday. So my contractors, my team's going to be processing it while I'm gone. So I might not be able to make videos about it. We'll see how it goes. But I overpaid for these pallets, and I probably paid too much, especially with shipping, because the prices were really high. My shipping quotes around the Thanksgiving time, and I pretty much paid too much, but I need to have inventory for my team to list, to build my team, to build out our processes, to get better, to grow as a team. So even if I break even on these pallets, it's still going to be a win for me, but we'll see. It's a learning experience right now. So I'm lucky enough. Like, things I'm doing, a lot of the things I'm doing probably aren't smart decisions for other people, because I already have businesses that are generating revenue and passive income streams, and other businesses that are supporting me, paying the bills, and I'm saving money. So I'm doing a lot of experiments in my eBay business that probably wouldn't be the smartest decision for you if your number one goal is to show profit and turn profit. I've been busting my ass for the last 6 years. I've been saving money. I've been building up multiple income streams. So sometimes you can have a part of your business. Like, imagine a table, and maybe the table has 6 legs, and each one of those legs is your business. Sometimes you want to chop a leg off, or you want to start reconstructing a leg. That leg might fall off, but you have 5 other legs that are going to keep the table up. So right now I'm kind of experimenting and reconstructing my eBay leg, in a sense, because I'm experimenting. I'm trying out new things. I'm trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. Scared money don't make no money. Scared money don't make no money. That's the gangster rake and profit coming out. So I'm blessed. I'm grateful. I'm lucky enough to be in a position where I am able to throw some money at some parts of my business, like eBay, to find out what works for me. So you'll find a lot of YouTubers and people out there who tell you, this is the way it is, that's the only way it is, this is how it's done. And it's not the case. What works for me may not work for you, and what works for you may work for me, because maybe I'm able to find a strategy or find a way to make it work, and maybe for you, it didn't fit your personality, or you couldn't wrap your head around it. So you always want to have, if you're in a place where you can do it, you always want to have a part of your income or part of your business where you're experimenting with something that's risky, experimenting with something that's a little different, experimenting with something that might fail. So that's what I'm doing with the pallets right now, and I'm also transferring that into growth with my team and building my team. A lot of people don't see the ROI. Like, for example, say I buy these 5 pallets, right? And I already did. It should be here on Monday. I spent about $5 grand with shipping and everything. I overpaid. I already know I overpaid. But let's just say I lose $300 or I lose $1,000 or I break even, or maybe I only make $1,000. What's the ROI on that? A lot of people would say, well, the ROI is whatever you lost or you made on your investment. No, for me, I see the ROI deeper because this is building up my team. Now my team's able to learn new systems and processes for dealing with pallets. We understand how to grade them. We understand how to source them. We've strengthened our listing process. We've strengthened our shipping process. We're dealing with different products. We're learning about different products. We're just growing as a team. So a lot of times people will only look at ROI in terms of a monetary stance, when that's not always the case, because if you build up your team, you're building up a foundation for you to be able to grow on down the road. So I'm at a different stage than a lot of people who are watching me right now. I'm not only looking to build a business that makes the most money, but I'm taking into consideration the time that I have to put in, and I'm also considering the ROI on building a team, right? So building a team and building a model that's sustainable without me is something that's really important. Ashley says, I get you, man. You're paying for the experience in a sense. It's not just about the actual pallets. Exactly. So it's kind of tough. Like, I love making content for the YouTube channel and talking about this, but I feel like a lot of this just goes over people's heads. And that's fine. It doesn't mean I'm smarter or I'm better or worse, but I know a lot of people, most people who are watching my channel, they're looking to make a couple $100 a month. They're looking to make a couple thousand. They're not necessarily looking to invest in a team and build a business that has overhead and you have to put 6 to 12 months in to make money. So I don't know. I need your guys' advice. Should I create content about this? Should I talk about it or not? It's one of the tough things about being a content creator. You wanna serve and add value, but sometimes you talk about a piece of content and maybe it's not applicable to the average person. So I'm not sure. I'm just shooting it real with you guys. We're officially done with eBay, but when we were in full swing, we would buy pallets all the time in semi-loads. That's awesome. Look on your account. It will have a contact. I think that's somebody else. Is your social blade accurate? I'm not sure what the social blade is saying. What's it saying? I'll tell you. Flippin' Crazy says, please make content on it. I will then. I will keep doing it. I'll keep making content on it because I'm kind of at the point now where on my YouTube channel, I don't really care if people like me. I just want to be 100% transparent and honest and put my real life and document the process instead of like trying to be this guru, right? Gary Vaynerchuk talks a lot about it. He says what a big trap that a lot of content creators come into is they come in trying to prove how big their you-know-what is, trying to compete with the next guy, trying to show off and be the #1 guru. And I'm just coming from a place now where I don't give a crap about that stuff anymore. Like, I already know who I am. I already know how much money's in my bank account. I already know where I've come from. And that's not to be egotistical, but it's to be proud and know who you are. When you get to a place where you know who you are, you don't give a crap about what some other YouTuber or what some subscriber says. That's when you really get to a place where I feel like you could start helping and serving people because you already know. You're not trying to prove yourself. You're not trying to sell somebody something. You're just documenting your journey. Ashley says, all your content is interesting. I've been here for about a year now, so keep mixing it up. I'm going to keep mixing it up. What about the Rake and Profit Black Friday deals? You got to put the deals out there, but you're not coming from a place where you're trying to sell or promote or just coming from an intent of just trying to make money. For me, as a content creator, you've got to have products and services. You've got to have courses. You've got to have events. You've got to monetize your following, right? But there's a big difference between creating content and building a YouTube channel just to make money versus coming from a place of you're building products and services to help and serve people, but also to make it so it's worth your time. Because if you start a YouTube channel or a Facebook group and you do not create products and services, ebooks, courses, events, coaching, if you don't create a monetization strategy on the back end, I can absolutely promise you that 95% of those content creators will not be here serving you with content in 3, 6, 9, 12, 18 months. Maybe there's 5% of the people who are doing that for that reason. But the thing is, at the end of the day, there's something called opportunity cost. And if you're spending all your time creating YouTube videos and giving 100%, and you're still in that stage of life where you're building your business, you're shooting yourself in your foot. You're shooting yourself in your foot because your time could be better spent elsewhere, where you're building up your capital, you're building up your business, you're building up your resources for your family, for yourself, for your legacy. So that's why it's such a big mistake when I see people not creating products and services. It's a big, big mistake. It's a big mistake because I can promise you that content creator will not be there anymore. And you're also shooting yourself in your foot because you have so much to give. You have so much value that you can offer. And you might think to yourself, well, what value do I have? The next guy's making more money. The next girl's making more money. They've been in business longer than I am. Here's the thing. Some people are gonna love you and some people are gonna hate you. I can put out a piece of content that's exactly the same as Rockstar Flipper or Resell Rabbit or Rally Roots. But for one reason or another, my message might get across. My communication style might get across, whereas the other guys, you might not connect to them or vice versa. So that's my 2 cents on that. I want to try to make vids because I'm trying to help. I don't care about the money. Flip your dollar. You can say that you're coming from a place of you're just going to make videos and you don't care about the money, but I can promise you, if you're just making videos, you're probably shortchanging yourself. You're probably shortchanging yourself if you don't have a monetization strategy, because you might do videos maybe once a week or a couple times a week, but talk to me in 3 years, talk to me in 5 years, talk to me in 6 years. I've been doing this for a long time. Maybe you're that 5%. If you are, much love to you. But I think you're shortchanging yourself by just making videos for free, because you're not going to be fully invested and you're not going to give 100% because you know you've got to put your effort in other parts of your business. So there's no problem making videos for free, but if you want to come to a place where you're fully giving everything you can, I just don't think it's a smart idea, coming from that whole like everything's got to be free and people who charge money are bad. It's so hypocritical. It's so freaking hypocritical when you hear those people talking about it, because it's like, okay, why don't you walk in a Subway? Go walk in a Subway or go to McDonald's or go to a restaurant and go buy a dinner and then don't pay. Don't pay. No, it's free. Everything's got to be free. Come on now. That's crazy. If you create value, you should be paid for it. And if you want to create more value, you're going to have to charge for it. It's just the way it is. I've seen it happen over and over again. Check the sold listings. Has any of those items sold by someone else? I'm not sure what MMA is talking about, but dive into the sold listings. Spend a lot of time in the sold listings. That's one of the best things that you can do. Live in the sold listings. Study as much as you can. I'm small, only 2K subs, but I'm not trying to make a business out of it. However, I fully support you and others doing it. That's awesome. You know what your goal is. We all have different reasons for it, for creating a YouTube channel, for creating an eBay business. Know exactly why you're in it. But if in the back of your mind you're thinking to yourself, I want to, impact hundreds of thousands of people, or I want to be able to add so much value, you've got to make sure that you monetize it. If you don't, you're going to shortchange yourself, because you're going to jump from opportunity to opportunity, trying to pay your bills and trying to make sure that your nut is covered. Marianne says, why did my message not go through on the chat? I'm not sure. What's up, Christos? What's happening? 1.2 subs. Give them a subscribe. I'm looking to monetize already. I think it more or less comes from your experience in the niche you're talking about. Yeah. And remember, guys, I was creating content for a couple years before I even monetized. So you just want to make sure with anything that you do, if you're going to charge money for anything, even an eBay item or an Amazon product or a course or YouTube channel, you want to come from a place of value. Always come from a place of value, and always come from an intention of wanting to help people in contribution and growth and making a difference. The only reason you're getting paid as an eBay seller or as a YouTube content creator or someone who's selling a course, or maybe you're selling sandwiches down the road, you're getting paid based upon the value that you're bringing to the market. That's it. That's why it irks me when I see people who are criticizing others who are crushing it with courses or crushing it with an eBay business or crushing it with whatever. And people try to put them down. oh, he made $1 million, he made 200,000, he made this, just tricking people. No, they made money because the market spoke up. Don't be mad at the market. If you live your life getting pissed off at the market, you're gonna be broke as a joke. The market is the scorecard, and if someone's getting paid, the market is determining that that is of value. Now, some people like to pull the wool over people's eyes and try to trick them, but people like myself haven't been around for 4, 5, 6, 7, 10 years pulling the wool over people's eyes, because on the internet, word gets around and you can only BS people for so long. Facts. eBay demands me to pay $295 US. I'm not sure what that is all about. But yeah, we are so lucky as eBay sellers. We are so lucky. Take some time to be grateful for being an eBay seller. Take some time today to be grateful for being a reseller. Take some time today to be grateful because there's so many people out there who would absolutely love to swap positions with you right now. Anyone can teach someone something they've not been through yet, and people pay for information, no doubt about it. Anyone can teach someone something they've not been through, yet people pay for it. I'm not sure exactly what that means. Kristen, what's up? Kristen Springer in the house. Kristen, crushing it. Great to have you here. Appreciate you. We got 151 people watching live right now. Do us a big favor and smash that like button down below. Show some love for the YouTube algorithm. The Rosing Adventure. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving. I'm excited. What's the one food you're most excited about eating today? I want some turkey. I want to dip that into gravy. I'm going to dip it into gravy. I'm going to eat that turkey. I'm going to destroy that turkey. Then I'm going to go to sleep. My world says happy Thanksgiving. That was a weird cough. I don't know. That was a gratitude cough. Still recovering. What's in store for you 2020? Trying to recover in 2020. 2020, here's my top 4 goals in 2020. All right, number 1, 165 pounds, 12% body fat, getting the best shape of my life. How am I gonna do that? Going to CrossFit classes 3 times a week. I just hired a fat loss coach, and we're gonna crush it. We're gonna be working out. I'm gonna be following a strict diet, and we're gonna get there. 165 pounds, 12% body fat. That's goal number 1. Goal number 2, $1 million in sales, $400,000 profit. How are we gonna do that? We're gonna do that through the YouTube channel, creating amazing content. We're gonna get there by hitting $25,000 a month eBay. We're gonna get there crushing Amazon FBA, and we're gonna get there with affiliate marketing, creating some really awesome products and partnerships and services. I also have another service that's coming out. It's gonna be a subscription model that provides ebooks and resources to resellers, helping beginner and intermediate resellers take their business, fast track their business. So that's how we're gonna do that. Okay, number 3, I'm gonna get really good at salsa dancing. Now, not really good compared to other salsa dancers, but really good compared to where I am. So if you guys have been following me on Instagram, you've seen my journey so far over the last month. That's been interesting, that's been fun, but I've been loving it. It's been great meeting people, it's healthy, interacting with beautiful women all the time, and it's been an amazing way to grow, okay? Number 4, I wanna get into a relationship, a loving, giving, amazing relationship with a woman that knocks me off my feet. That's the goal. And number 5, this isn't really a goal, but this is more process oriented, investing in myself more than I ever have. So I've spent a lot of money in 2019. For 2020, I've hired a health coach. I've hired a fitness coach. The health coach is a nutritionist, and my fitness coach is a CrossFit gym that I'm going to. I've hired a business coach. I've invested in Date with Destiny, which is a Tony Robbins event, life mastery, wealth mastery, business mastery. And we have 12 months of Tony Robbins business coaching going down. So those are the big things that are in store. Probably not gonna buy another property in 2020. Probably not. I've got 2 real estate properties right now. But the big things are, like I said, business, focusing on eBay and Amazon, YouTube, creating some awesome products, affiliate marketing, fitness and health, getting to 165 pounds, 12% body fat, $1 million in sales, $400,000 profit. Okay. attract an amazing relationship and just keep investing in myself and documenting everything on YouTube. So that's my 2020. Super grateful for you all. If you do not know your goals, get your goals in line. Start envisioning where you want to go. Be grateful. And yeah, definitely appreciate you guys. Just got stuck in an elevator with Tony. All right, Shallow Hal. Mary says, I shouted out my goals for next year during your interview with Primetime yesterday. 2020 is going to be great. It is. It's definitely going to be great. Bro, do fees are different between eBay account countries? I'm not sure. Fortunately, I'm not sure. They might be different based on the country you're in. But I got to get going, guys. Much love. Do me a big favor. Smash that like button down below. We got 135 people watching. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy 2020. Go out there, make it happen, and enjoy your day. Appreciate you all. Take care.